Welcome back to this tutorial. What I've done is I have downloaded the face, put it on top of the character just for references. In order to create a rig for this character, the easiest way to do that is to create a biped system. There are other systems, like you could create your own bones from scratch. You could use the CAT system, or you could use biped. In this tutorial we are going to use biped. In order to create a biped, you go to the Create tab, you go to Systems. So this is the normal 3ds Max you see, but you want to go to Create tab, Biped System. In the front viewport, you're going to click on Biped, and you want to click and drag. Maybe press F3 so you can see where it goes. I'm going to scale them up to there. And before you do anything else, you may want to go and add fingers to the character, because here usually it comes with just one finger like this. And in that case, you want to go increase the fingers to 5 and then give it some finger lengths. In this case, I'm going to give it 3. And the problem is that because I created this in the front viewport, the biped is over here, which is fine. What we could do now, go to the motion tab, not the modify panel, the motion panel. Click on figure mode and bring the biped forward. Make sure you do that in figure mode and not outside of figure mode. And while we're in figure mode, we are going to create or adjust the biped so that it fits our character. In this case, as you can see, it doesn't. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to go to the scale tool and make sure you are not in view, because it won't really allow you to scale it well. Make sure you go to local and scale it there. So I'm going to scale this until I reach the elbow area. In this case, I may also need to again change it to local. I might need to rotate this slightly so that it fits within my character. I think that's pretty much where the elbow needs to be. I might rotate this out. I think this biped needs to be rotated a little bit more. So all I'm trying to do is trying to get the biped to sit within the character. Okay, now the thumb of my character is actually over here and it's rotated this way. I'm going to put that there. Let's look at it from perspective. Just take that, bend it inwards a little bit. Okay, this character is going to go there. Maybe also move that in local as well. Okay, you can scale these, you could rotate them. As long as you're in figure mode, that'll be fine. Let's take that back to view. What I may do in this case is select the character and then right click, object properties, and make sure this doesn't say by object and it says by a layer. It doesn't say by a layer, it says by object. And I want to say make it see-through, show frozen in gray, uncheck, but that doesn't really matter because we're making it see-through, and freeze it. So the character is frozen and I can see through the character and I cannot select the character, which is the best possible position that you could have for a character. What you want to be doing here is making sure that the joints sit well with the joints of your character. So that comes up. Always do the parent bone. The parent bone being the main one, the first one. So first the main one, oops, and then the next one, and then the next one. Okay, That's good. Now we've done one side. Do we need to go and do the same thing for the other side? Absolutely not. We can select the entire hand, and then in the motion tab down here we have a copy and paste section. You could expand that, and you can create on this, which says create collection, and then you can go here and say copy. So we just copy this side, and then we would say paste, or paste on the other side, and that will copy what you have and paste it on the other side. That's great. Now let's do the leg. I may want to do this in the side viewport. The knee has to be I think it's actually not in a bad position, so the knee's fine, I think. But the feet will need to kind of expand a little, maybe a little bit more. That one might need to shrink a bit. Okay, let's look at it from the front. Seems fine. I don't want to spend too much time on this. You can go spend more time on it if you want to. Again, create a new collection, copy it, and paste it on the other side. And that's not it, because I need to select the head, make sure the head is here, and the neck is here, and the head is here. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to get off figure mode, but I'm going to unfreeze all, so that I have my object back, and I'm not going to make it see through. There's one more thing that I need to do, that is to, I'm going to go ahead, for the sake of this tutorial, I don't need what's inside this character's head, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'll just leave the eyes. I'm going to select the main character, the main body that we made. I don't need the unwrap in this, so I'm going to go ahead and say collapse 2. I don't need that. The mesh smooth I don't need, but I like the symmetry that I have, so I'm just going to say convert to Adobe Poly. Mesh smooth off, symmetry on, convert to Adobe Poly. So now we have confirmed the symmetry. The symmetry has been coded. But before you do that, before you collapse any of these down, I would strongly recommend you go to File, Save As, and then click on the plus sign, so that you're saving this and have a backup in case if things go wrong. You can always go back to them and fix it. So mesh smooth off, symmetry on, right click, convert to editable poly, and make sure if you do download any other assets, make sure you attach them, and make sure that you don't attach the biped to your character. You don't want to do that. Okay, that's done. The biped is there. It has not been selected or anything. Great. Now that I have this, I could go ahead, select the character, go to the modifier list, and bring in the physique modifier. Right, now here, once you put that in, there's an icon here that says attached node. The node is this diamond shaped object inside the biped, and you want to select that. If it's difficult to just click and select it, once you click on this, press H on your keyboard, and by pressing H on your keyboard you will get the list, and you have a biped here, and make sure that you expand all of these menus so that you can see the name of that object, and you could select it. Actually, I think what we want is biped 001. I think that's actually the object you want to click on. So if I click on this now, it says initialize, and then it creates these yellow lines attached to it. I could go and edit the vertices a little bit, edit the weighting, what we refer to as weightings, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to test it to see how it behaves as it is, and you will see that it probably doesn't behave so well. Okay, it's moving the leg of the character, but as you can see, it's not very smooth. It's not smooth at all, so that needs a lot of fixing there. So let's try the hand. The hand is a little bit better, fingers aren't very good, the entire sleeve isn't going up with it. So how do we fix this? I think this video is actually becoming long. I'm gonna pause the video here, I'll come back and I'll show you how you can fix that as well.